How can I increase the rate that I could charge? Well, firstly, ensure that you run your contract over the correct period of time. There's no point in trying to finish your contract at a point where the market is not going to support you getting into another job. The fact of the matter is the contract market is run very, very purely on a supply and demand basis. If there's a shortage of good qualified people, then rates will be high. If it's a surplus, rates will be low. So ideally, you want to make sure that there's budgets and monies available when you are available, and you haven't got a surplus of contractors competing for a role. This means that you can pick ideal cycles and you can avoid the wrong time of year to be available. Now, this might take place by actually turning down a contract extension, or it may be asking your extension to be increased in length or shortened. A very good example of this is you don't really want to start looking for a job on the 1st of December. That could be condemning yourself to being out of work for nearly 3 months. Equally so, it would be ideal to be looking for a job at the beginning of the financial year or tax year, and in particular, it's a very, very good time of year to look for a job is September and October. Very simply, don't get stuck with a legacy skill set. You should always consciously try to grow and develop your skills. Now, this can be going through an active program of enhancing your skill set, either your technical skills, your business skills, or your core competencies, or it could be just gaining more experience by choosing contracts that will give you a little more variety, either in the work that you do or the industries that you work in. That way, you'll ensure that you're not just doing more of the same constantly and actually becoming out of date. You need to develop your personal, business and leadership skills, the core competencies that actually determine those. Now, a lot of people don't really realise what skills they have. You're born with talent in life. The environment you work in moulds that talent and develops a set of what we call core competencies. Now, some of those are personal and are very ingrained and difficult to change. Others are more like business-like and you can grow and develop, and others are more leadership skills or team skills, and you can consciously go out there and try and improve those skills and develop those skills. As you go higher up the ladder in your life, they become more and more important. You can use a mentor at Byte or find a mentor for yourself who can actually help determine what skills you really need to develop in terms of core competencies. But the number of modules, particularly at Byte, that you're able to study and a mentor or coach there will be able to help you develop those skills. You really must make sure that they are the right skills for the work that you want to do and the direction you want to take your career in. Finally, develop your negotiation skills. You know, you're going to have to determine your rate, you're going to have to be bold, but you're going to have to be realistic. So don't be naive, be confident, and be sure that you know how to negotiate.